This video looks at whole numbers and we're looking at indices. First, we need to consider what are indices. So indices are a form of mathematical notation, which just means a way of writing stuff, where a number is multiplied by itself. The top number says how often to multiply the base number. So in this example here, and we'll talk more about terminology and notation later, but what you can see here is that we've got the base of 5 and the index of 3, which means 5 times 5 times 5, and then if you do that multiplication, you'll get that equals 125. Square numbers are the sort of indices that you'll be most familiar with. So square numbers literally mean that's square. So 1 squared, or 1 to the power of 2, means that you've got a square with 1 on each side. So that's 1 times 1, which equals a total of 1 square. If we've got 2 squared, then that means we've got a square that's made up of 2 on each side. So then that gives us 2 times 2, and so in total we have 4 squares. We see the same thing with 3 squared is a square with 3 on each side, and then so 3 times 3 will give us 9. Similar thing happens. 4 squared is a square with 4 on each side, so 4 times 4 is 16. 5 squared is a square with 5 on each side, which gives us 5 times 5, which is 25, and so on. So indices aren't just square numbers. A number can be raised to any power, so any number that you can think of. Any number raised to the power of 0 equals 1. Any number raised to the power of 1 equals itself. The to the power of small top number, that superscript, that index, is how many times to multiply the base by. Terminology and notation. The main number is called the base and the top number is called the index. So in this case, 5 is the base and the index is 3. So the way that we could say that is we could say it's 5 to the power of 3, 5 to the index of 3, 5 raised to the power of 3, 5 raised to 3, 5 raised to the third power. There's lots of different ways to say it. If it's to the power of 2 or power of 3, then you have special words. So in this instance, because it's 3, we can say it's cubed. So we can say that's 5 cubed. When it's written like this, that's called index form, when it's written using the index number up the top as the superscript. When we write it out as the expanded form, 5 times 5 times 5, that's what we call expanded form. So they both say the same thing. They both say 5 times 5 times 5, but they say it in different ways. In the same way in maths and in everything, we sometimes write things different ways depending on what we're trying to communicate. That's what we're doing here. We can also describe the number itself. So we can talk about a number, or the answer, being a perfect square or a square number or a perfect cube or a cube number. So in this case, the answer of 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. So we can talk about 125 as being a cube number. You can also talk about roots, so squared roots, cubed roots, and so on, which is going back the other way. So the cubed root of 125 is 5. So if we go back the other way, then that's finding out what the root is. Don't confuse indices with regular multiplication when we're talking about terminology and notation. It's really important that you realize that 3 to the power of 4 means 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, which is 81. 3 to the power of 4 is not the same as 3 times 4. So when you see 3 times 4, 3 to the power of 4, and you think, oh, that's 3, you do that 4 times. It doesn't mean 3 times 4. So be careful when you use the word times, because a lot of the time when we use the word times, we mean multiplications, not repeat this step on these occasions. So take care with using the word times. In summary, indices are multiplying a number by itself. The top number tells you how many times to multiply the base number, and you need to be able to convert between the expanded form and the index form. Know how to use your calculator to work out indices, both to work out the answers and how to go backwards and work out the roots.